Hey everybody, this is Tracy here with another edition of A View from Tracy's Point. And I just wanted to touch base with you all. I read a couple of comments where people thought I had given up on the R. Kelly trial, that I was dropping the ball. So I wanted to take a deep breath and explain to you all what's going on, because I really don't like speaking in anger or frustration. And the past 2 days have left me very angry and very frustrated. So here is the deal. If you watched my video over the weekend, I stated that someone had donated some money and, for us to go and order the transcripts just to see how much it was going to cost and was it worth it and all of that good stuff. And so I said, okay. So during that video, several people sent me super chats. And so I said, okay, well, I can take the money from the super chat, or the anticipated money, because I don't actually get the super chat until the 20th of the following month. So I won't get that money until September. And then also with super chats, YouTube takes like 30%. And if you use Google Pay or Apple Pay to do the super chat, then there's like another 10 to 15% that's also taken out. But it was enough that I said, okay, I can take the donation, take the money that I'm going to get back through the super chats, and then my own contribution, and we can, order these transcripts. So before the super chats, it was just going to be me and the person that made the donation. And so on Friday, as I stated in my video over the weekend, I had reached out to the court reporter to ask her, how much is this going to cost? How does this work? So, of course, she was in court when I sent the email. So I didn't get her response until Friday evening. And so she explained to me how it worked and how much it was going to cost. And she was like, you don't have to do because I had actually sent her a form that they have on the U.S. Court's website for ordering transcripts. And she was like, oh, you don't have to use that form. You have my email. You can contact me directly and I can do the transcripts for you. So I said, okay, well, I want to start with Thursday's transcript, which was, I think it was Friday's transcript, because by the time she had connected with me, it was going to be Friday's transcripts, because I had already talked about Thursday. So she emailed me Friday night. She told me, how it worked and everything. So I said, okay, so I'll just get the Friday ones, just see how much it's going to cost. So she sent me an invoice for Friday's transcript. And so we were emailing each other back and forth, a really friendly person. And so I told her, I said, well, over the weekend, I went ahead and I did my video. I was able to get enough information from news articles, from the people that were in the courtroom who were tweeting, doing live tweets, and then doing updates on the news stations, blah, blah, blah. I said, because what I'm really looking for is the defense, when the defense is on the stand, because we're not getting the clear view of what's going on with the defense. So then she told me, she said, I understand. She said, well, Friday was my last day. And I was like, well, you mean it was your last day? So she says, there's going to be a different court reporter every week. She says, so the only transcripts I can get you are the ones from last week. If you want transcripts from this week, then this is the person who is the court reporter. Her name is Charlene Heading, is the court reporter for this week. So I said, okay. So she said, so yeah, just email her, tell her what you want, and she'll be able to get that for you. So I was like, okay. So I emailed the Charlene Heading lady. And then once again, at the time I'm emailing her, she's actually in court So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get a response later on in the evening. So she did email me, and I told her, I said, okay, I want the transcripts for today, which was Monday. I said, and then I'm going to want the ones for Tuesday, because it looks like Ariel Clary is going to be on the stand, the better part of Tuesday. I said, but I just want her testimony. So if they bring somebody else in later in the day, I don't need that. I just need Ariel Clary's testimony. So she said, okay. So then, actually, she didn't respond until Tuesday morning. So Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock, I get up, log in. She has responded, and she sent the invoice. And so we paid the invoice. The invoice was it was for 272 pages, I believe, which came to 300 and some odd dollars, like $340 something. I don't have the receipt here with me. So went ahead, paid the money. She got her money. And this is the other thing. Let me put a pin in here. When you're ordering the transcripts, you're not ordering them from the court. You're ordering them from the court reporter. So they're getting this money directly that you're sending. Their methods of payment are Venmo, Zelle, ACH debit, and money order. So I'm doing daily reports, right? Daily transcript. So she's supposed to send me my transcript by the end of the day of that trial. But since I'm ordering from Monday and it was now Tuesday, I was supposed to get the transcript. As soon as I sent her that money, I was supposed to get my transcript. Didn't get the transcript. So make a long story short, I emailed her 2 or 3 times, okay, did you get the money? When will I get the transcript? She didn't respond. Emailed her again and said, okay, I'm looking at the invoice that you sent me, and actually what I paid you for were updates every 2 hours, because you can do every 2 hours, every day, and then, the price gets lower and lower, right, for each day or for each length of time, up till 14 days or something like that. So she didn't respond. I say, so, it was the same price for daily and for every 2 hours. But since you put every 2 hours on the form, I definitely should have my transcript by now. She still didn't respond. So I reached out to her again and said, can you please confirm that you received the payment and just explain to me how it works, so I'm not sitting here panicking like I just sent somebody $300 and some and now they're not responding to me. So she still didn't respond. So I contacted the girl from last week who was doing the transcripts, and I explained to her what was going on. And so she was like, she said, I'm so sorry you're having that experience, but I only can really comment on how I conduct business and what my turnaround time is. You're really going to have to talk to her to find out what her turnaround time is. And she was like, once again, I'm sorry. And keep in mind, there's a new court reporter every week. So, after this week, you wouldn't have to deal with her. So about 5 minutes after that email, the girl finally replied to me, and she apologized for the delay. And she's like, I'm so sorry for the delay in getting back to you and getting the manuscript to you. She said, but you'll get it sometime tomorrow. So I'm sitting there sometime tomorrow, because here it is Tuesday night. I'm asking you for the daily transcript from Monday. So you're already 24 hours behind. By the time you send it to me, it's going to be 48 hours behind. So I'm not understanding what's going on. So she never replied. So today I sent her another email, telling her that she was being very unprofessional, that, it's not a situation where I can call the clerk's office or call the courts and say, hey, where is my money? Where is my transcript? Because the way they have it set up, you're the one with the transcript, and then you're not communicating. Then I call the court's office, the court reporter's office, and then they have a recording basically saying, we don't take phone calls. You need to go and find out who the court reporter was for that day, and you need to contact them directly. So you can't even talk to a person from the court's office. They just give you a list of the court reporters, their phone numbers, their emails, and then of course the other court reporters don't want to get involved, right? So as it stands now, as I'm doing this video, I sent her this email, basically telling her, number one, you are taking way too long to get me these transcripts. Number two, there's a YouTuber who has the transcripts. So obviously you did somebody's order, because how did she get the transcripts? Somebody had to have gotten the transcripts for her. And if you are the court reporter, that somebody had to have been you, right? And so I told her, if I don't have my transcripts by a certain time today, then I expect her to refund my money. And then I pointed out that I asked you for Tuesday's transcripts with Ariel. You never replied to that, never sent the invoice for that. So I am just really confused as to what is going on. So this is the reason why you haven't gotten another update, because I'm on Twitter, I'm trying to get the information as to what's going on. There are less reporters covering the case now, because as I pointed out to you guys in my video on Sunday, a lot of the reporters didn't come back this week. They only signed up for the first 3 days to see if they could sell their stories. And now people, it's just not a lot of interest. The story is not trending on social media. You basically have news outlets that are just regurgitating the same story and changing maybe the headline and changing the time and the date that the story is. So they're just reproducing the same story. They might add, tidbits that have been shared on Twitter, shared on court TV, but they don't really have real reporters at the hearing. So that is where we are right now. Like, I am just so annoyed. And even when I'm on Twitter, trying to gather the information like I did for you all last week, I just keep thinking about the fact that this girl is just being so unprofessional, and I can't find anybody that I can actually talk to in order to get my transcript or to get my freaking money back. So hopefully when she gets out of court today, she will be professional enough to respond to me and maybe negotiate something where I can get that second transcript for free or at a reduced rate. But at this point, whether I get my money back or get my transcript, I know I won't be requesting any more transcripts this week if she's the person that I have to deal with. And I will reach out to the person next week and see if they, have a level of professionalism amongst them, and if they are somebody that I can trust to do what they're supposed to do their job. So I just wanted to bring this update to you guys. Like I said, I don't like talking about stuff that is vexing my spirit, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Okay, but that's where I am right now. That's why you haven't gotten an update. And I'm just trying to breathe at this moment. And I'm sure at some point I will do the update. I know it's the same information that other people are putting out, but I believe that people tune in to whoever they tune into because they like the perspective that that person gives. And so once I get it together, I will do my update. Okay. So I just wanted to let you all know what was going on. So that's it for me. Leave your comments below, rate the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next time, I shall talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.